Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session on where law meets engineering, career opportunities in construction law and ADR. So today's discussion is slightly different. We are not just talking about careers, we are bringing together two worlds, experienced industry professionals who are now learning law, as well as young lawyers who are entering the construction and infrastructure space, and what connects them in one important idea. So the future belongs to professionals who understand both law and projects. Let me briefly introduce our panel. We have two senior engineering professionals, Mr. Harpinder and Ms. Nidhi, who are holding leadership roles, now pursuing PG diploma in construction law and arbitration in Manipal Law School. Mr. Harpinder Singh, he's a civil and structural construction professional with over 30 years of experience across the engineering, procurement, and construction spectrum. So demonstrated expertise spans diverse, high complexity projects, including airports, clean rooms, and power plants, and currently serving as a contract and supply chain director for a Fortune 50 company, leading strategic procurement and contract management for large scale data center developments across India. And Ms. Nidhi is a civil
Thank you.
engineering professional with 20 years of experience in metro construction, currently serving as Deputy General Manager, contracts for high-speed rail track works on a bullet train project. Demonstrates strong expertise in contract management, project execution, and large-scale infrastructure delivery. We have two law graduates as well. Advocate Saurav, he is currently practicing advocate at the Karnataka High Court. He's enrolled as an advocate with the Karnataka State Bar Council in 2022, served as a law clerk and research assistant to Honorable Justice S. Sunil Dutt Yadav at the High Court of Karnataka for a period of 2 years, gaining extensive exposure to judicial processes and legal research. And he is currently practicing as an independent advocate, handling matters across civil, criminal, jurisdiction with an office based in Gandhinagar, Bangalore. And additionally, he is an advocate with the Karnataka State Legal Service Authority, High Court of Karnataka Division. We have advocate Pratiksha. She is exploring LLM in construction law after her graduation from SDM Law College, Mangalore. She is an LLB graduate currently pursuing a master's degree in construction law and arbitration. She recently completed a 3 month of internship at BSR Infratech, where she gained hands-on experience in construction contracts and legal drafting. Her interests includes legal research, dispute resolution, and construction-related legal matters, and she is focused on building deeper expertise in arbitration and infrastructure law. And guiding all of us through the insights will be Professor Venkat, the program chair of Construction Law and Arbitration Master's Program at Manipal Law School, who will share key takeaways from each after each round. So let's begin with our first round. So first round would be career turning point. And Harpinder sir, you are already highly experienced and successful in your career. So I would like to ask one question. What made you step back into a classroom and study law at this stage?
So I have been practicing construction all my career out there, delivering complex projects, semiconductors, data centers, etc. And one of the things which I have seen is the major project challenges are basically a combination of contractual and legal. And I have been handling these contractual uh, issues with my projects. But then the thing which was is you always need to depend upon somebody to basically help you define what the contract says. I think it is important to understand and to develop a certain level of proficiency in the matters of legal interpretation for a position like me, where people are there who are holding construction contracts, guiding their peers, guiding their teammates. And that basically helps them to give a very, very meaningful interpretation and how to proceed forward with the right amount of risk taking. And then lastly, I would say on a lighter note is learning never stops. It can be at any age. And for me, this was another step of learning.
Yes. So at what point in your career did you realize that legal knowledge is not optional but essential?
Well, one of the things is when I really started administering contracts in spirit. When I say in spirit is when you really want to administer those contracts correctly and in the right way to do it. I realized that I need a absolute background of a legal knowledge, and that was the turning point where I said that I need to get a formal knowledge into this, and that's how I enrolled up in this course.
Okay. So Nidhi ma'am, you have been in the construction industry for several years with leading contractors and project management consultancies. Tell us about your motivation to upskill in the field of construction law.
First of all, after spending some 2 decades in this field, sometimes I feel that the issues are contractually rather than technical. So, to understand the contractual part of it, we should have a basic knowledge. And while going through all the contracts here in and out daily, I feel that somewhere there is a gap that we need to fulfill. So, this course made me to realize that where the gap was. So I feel that this is the best turning point in my career. That already some things we know, but implementation is also very important. So while learning at the project technical things, this small thing which was a missing part, so which made me stronger in this area. So I realized after 1 year that I have been doing it, but the way which I am now taking up the matters and doing the things is really it makes difference.
Thank you so much. So, Advocate Saurav, you are already practicing in court in Bangalore. What made you move towards a specialized field like construction law?
Hello, madam. So, in general, the litigation in Bangalore is vast. There is ample of opportunities provided in general litigation. Though I was well placed in general litigation, at a point I saw this infrastructure boom in Bangalore, particularly in Karnataka. So, for example, this metro constructions, metro expansions, high-rise buildings coming up, apartments, and be it even MNC companies. So it demanded, at the point, it required a high rise in construction projects. So I felt at that hour it needed a lawyer who can grasp all the standard forms of contract. For example, FIDIC. Though FIDIC is not enforced in India as such outright by all the contractors, but the general principles given under these standard forms of contract is something which will make it easier for the builder as well as the owner of the plot or the contractors. For example, these delay claims which are there in the civil suits. And also the recent this PM Gati Shakti, which is initiative started in 2022. It is also directed towards infrastructure boom in the country, which made me give it a thought whether I can explore the field of construction in under law. And Manipal giving the only opportunity of construction LLM, it made me choose this course.
Okay. So, Advocate Pratiksha, you had the option to enter litigation directly after your graduation. What made you choose specialization early in your career?
Good evening, ma'am. I did actually consider entering into litigation after my graduation initially, but once I was introduced to this course by sir, I started developing interest and I did some kind of research on it. And I realized that construction law and arbitration is not just about legal knowledge, but it is also an understanding of how the contracts are done, how the project execution works, or how the dispute resolution mechanisms are. So looking into that, and it is related to some specific industry. So considering that, instead of taking the general route, I chose to take the expertise in this, and given the importance of arbitration in construction law, I believe that this course could give me a better position in the long run.
Okay. So thank you all the panelists. It is clear whether you are having engineering or law background, there is something new and more special in gaining skill in the field of construction law. That's interesting. And now I would like to invite Professor Venkat to share his thoughts on this.
Okay, thanks, Shreya. Actually, whatever you heard from all the panelists, I have been talking all these years, and it's very nice to hear that back to me by the students and who are all pursuing. Today, the world is actually the interdisciplinary is not actually an option. It is mandatory. Whether you are a lawyer, whether you are an engineer, that interdisciplinary skills are important. It's not that we are trying to take away your domain expertise, but we are adding a kind of a cherry on the cake. Like you know something more about the law when you are an engineer, or when you know a little bit about construction and the practices if you are a lawyer. So you will be able to perform the functions. And today, the construction law may be barring India as a common law jurisdiction. Every other jurisdiction, this has become a very specialized field, starting from UK, Australia, South Africa, where the clan that construction lawyers or construction professionals, they are all considered to be that one team. It doesn't matter that whether they started with engineering and moved to law, or they started with law and moved to understanding the engineering. And definitely, I think what we hear from the panelists today, I'm very glad that they have seen the program enriching, and good to see that the efforts Manipal Law School and Mahe took 3 years back is now providing the fruit, and we are seeing the benefits of that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So we'll start